So without further ado, I would like to start by welcoming our school captains, Christian and Leilani.
10 long years, and what a journey it has been. This year group is a community. And in the word community, we can find the word unity. Unity in community is worth celebrating. Our graduation was a pinnacle moment of that unity in community. It was not easy for all of us, and yet we made it. And so we celebrated in 2011. 10 years have passed. We've grown, a little older, perhaps a little wiser. We've done some amazing things, whether big or small. Some have married, some have kids. We have all taken different paths. A lot has changed in our lives and in the world in 10 years. But one thing has remained steadfast. We made it. We achieved our graduation. I hope together we can continue this community of ours and celebrate well into the future, our unity in community. 10 years is just the beginning, and I'm sure there's a lot more to hope for to come. Until we meet again, I challenge you in the journey of life to travel light. I challenge you to listen to others, to love and laugh in life, and I challenge you to be yourself, just who you truly are. Till next time, everyone, happy 10 years to all of us.
As I was reflecting on our 10 years and back to our graduation, I thought about things that I would tell myself when I was 17 then, and I'm 27 now. And the two things that stood out to me the most was making mistakes is okay. We're all here to learn and grow. As Christian said, we all take different paths in life, but it doesn't come without opposition. So we all make mistakes. However, our destiny is not determined by the number of times we stumble, but by the number of times we rise up and dust ourselves off and move forward. The second thing that I wish I would have told myself back then is to always be grateful and to be happy, no matter what the circumstances are. I learnt in the last 10 years that we are so blessed with so many good things in our lives. And I know that sometimes we can, I guess, it's difficult to see how blessed we are, especially when the circumstances aren't that great. But I've learned that happiness doesn't come from external circumstances, but it comes from inside. And regardless of what is happening around us, there's always something in each day that can bring gratitude and joy to our lives. So in saying that...
Oh God, I'm a blabbering mess already, so this is going to be good. Firstly, it is so good to see you all. So just going into that breakout room before and just seeing everybody in there, you're all grown up, you're all adults, you're all successful, just having that little chat with you, and it's already made me feel a little bit overwhelmed, but I'll keep it together. It is very strange to think the last time I did address you as a group, it was 10 years ago at your graduation, and now I'm sitting here looking at you all, as I was saying, as successful adults, which I knew you all would be. But I said this to you at your graduation, and I'll say it again, that you really were the most incredible group of kids who honestly made the biggest impact and the long-lasting impact on me and my family, because that's one thing that I do remember a lot about you as a year group, is we developed so much respect, and you had so much respect for myself, but for my family. And even those that still keep in contact with me, you always ask how my family is, and that's just something that is just so special to me. So I thank you for that. And I do look back to the Arthur Phillip days, and I realized how lucky I was to make the connection with such a beautiful group of kids. And to be honest with you, to this day, I've never taken on another group. I've never gone back to year advising. I honestly don't think I could. because I just don't think I could give what I did to you guys, and I just don't think I'd get back what you guys gave to me. So I love the fact that some of you have still kept in contact all these years. I never reached out to you because I didn't want you to think I was this crazy lady who, you know, could never say goodbye to her little ducklings. But so many of you have reached out to me in the few years, 10 years now, and I really appreciate that. You've called me when you've got engaged, you've called me when you've got married, you've let me know when you've had your first children, and that's just such special memories for me. So thank you.
10 years have come and passed, and we reflect, and whether or not we choose to remember the good times or the bad times, that's how we take everything in. And in the end, throughout what we do as human beings, is that we are always on a journey through life. And basically what I did on our Year 12 graduation that fateful day was I wrote a poem and read it out to all of you, if any of you remember. And Chow reached out to me and would like me to read another poem. I unfortunately do not have the same copy of said poem I read that day, but I have written something new for the updated times of 10 years passing. And here we go. Stepping through the looking glass, we enter the world that we didn't recognize. Do not let this falter your life's direction. We were all fools from the start. A fool's journey is never easy, but take comfort that you were all never alone on your path. We walk it together, side by side. Time has come and passed across our fragile eyes, but you have not let this take away your identity. You defined yourself and left a mark on this earth just by being you. Here we find ourselves on the precipice of everlasting change. Take hold of the sky and stars themselves and mold this world to your liking. Find the means for continued growth in an ever-changing world, and take flight, you fools. The horizon is just the beginning of your journey. On the morrow, we cast off burdens and soar through possibilities. A fool with purpose holds the world in their hands.
Yeah, I'm just so happy to see everyone. I've seen that, you know, so many people have changed, and yeah, it's just so nice to, you know, once again have everyone together. You know, as you all know, I do martial arts, so I've been doing it for, I think, 15 years now. I started when I was in year 7. And, you know, for the past, I think, 10 years, I've been with my master. So he's really helped me, really shape my life more than I can, like, you know, express. But one thing he's really talked to me about is routine. So routine is very important because, you know, I'm pretty sure all of us feel the same way, where we want to become successful in any field we do. It doesn't matter if you're an accountant, a baker, a sports athlete, it doesn't matter. Because routine gives you structure. Mental health is very important. You know, like, it's important, guys, especially during this time for the pandemic. People now, you know, you'll notice that people aren't themselves. You know, people, they snap more quicker. You're starting to do things you never thought you would do. So it's always best to put yourself in the right state of mind. I personally, you don't have to do this, but I meditate, and I feel that's like one of the best tools, really, that's available to put yourself in the right state of mind.
I am very happy to announce that I will actually pick up and actually continue with the actual reunion face-to-face in 2022 next year. I will actually not use the Facebook group page. I like you guys to fill in the actual RSVP form.
It's amazing how important your school friendships become as the years pass. And we found when we got together that because we had spent so many of our formative years together at high school, that we all just clicked back together as a group, even after 50 years, and we're now more than 50 years since high school finished, we found that we clicked back together as a group really well. So hopefully sometime next year, I would say perhaps around May or the middle of next year, the museum may be complete. And at that time, I'm sure she'll welcome us back to have a tour of that. And I'll certainly keep Chow in the loop as to dates and and the possibility of some of your year joining in with that. And we would look forward to that. So again, I'd really encourage everyone in your year to keep the reunions going, even if it's just online connections, because as you get older, those friendships really become very important. And we're finding that we've discovered a lot of things about our classmates that we didn't know at the time. And it's been very interesting to hear some of their life stories as we've got together in a more social atmosphere as adults.